best athletes aren't the ones that wow us with physical ability or highlight real performances. The best athletes are the ones that turn everyone, both friends and strangers, into lifelong fans. And that's exactly what MTN's Tom Wiley found recently in this Feel Good Friday story sponsored by Carnahan's Towing.
Havre native Kayla LaSalle is in for the night of her life. She just doesn't know it yet. It's the final night of the Big Sky Pro Rodeo Roundup in Great Falls. Kayla and her family are sitting front and center. After tie-down roping, they make their way down to the arena where she meets an acquaintance, Laurel Heckman, and that's when it hits her.
And then pretty soon we're sitting there and my sister-in-law goes, "Well, we got to go meet these people." And I was like, "We?" I was like, "You mean me?" And she's like, "No, we all do." And I was like, "Okay, I know it's coming now." So
let's back up a bit. Kayla has cerebral palsy, and she spent the majority of her 27 years in a wheelchair. It's the result of a premature birth.
She was in the neonatal here for 3.5 months. She was born at 24 weeks, 1 pound and 13 ounces, and went through 5 or 6 major surgeries before she even left the hospital.
But from a young age, Kayla showed a spark for life, a willingness to tackle challenges, and a desire to never set limits.
Her nurses said when she was like 5 weeks old, like she's this fighter, she's the fighter. And yeah, well, when we got her home, we found out she really is. And it's something in her mind, she's determined to do it. So yeah.
Nothing's going to stop her.
Combine that with a love of rodeo, and Kayla has set a new goal for herself.
about a month ago, I started working with Champion Living, Logan Corbett, a personal trainer. And he kind of called me up one day and said, "What's your goals?" I sent him a message and I said, "Do you think it'd be the opportunity for me to get my pro card would be out of the question?" And he said, "Absolutely not." So now that's kind of what I've been working towards.
It's not as far-fetched as it sounds, and as she's done from the day she was born, Kayla is throwing everything she has into this challenge. Kayla LaSalle is happiest when she's on a horse.
It just kind of gives me a freedom, like, to go where I want and do what I want. And I guess he's more like my legs than anything, so it's pretty cool to be able to get on and go and be just like everybody else.
She spends a lot of her time at the family ranch near Rocky Boys Reservation with a single-minded approach: master riding, master roping, and then put it all together.
I've kind of had a hiatus of not riding for a while, so just getting back into riding and finally getting to where I'm comfortable, and now I'm roping more on the dummy, and so it looks like it'll be in the next couple years. Should hopefully be roping live cattle. But the cool thing about with me is they had never worked with somebody with cerebral palsy. They weren't really sure what I could do, and I think they're all kind of amazed that I can do as much as I can. And
sure, there are setbacks, but that's never stopped Kayla before.
It's taught me a lot. It's taught me that I'm a lot tougher than I thought I could be. There were some times where it's like, God, I don't know if I'm going to make it through this, but I've managed to power through it, and I've managed to show myself that no matter what I put my mind to, I can do it.
And that brings us back to rodeo. Kayla and her family enter the arena on a wagon, and that's when the surprise is revealed.
She lives life to the fullest and is afraid of nothing.
LaSalle is the 2021 recipient of the Rockies Road Perseverance Character and Hope Award, named for the late Rocky Heckman, who courageously fought cancer for years, all the while advocating for rodeo. To Rocky's family, Kayla was an obvious choice.
Kayla, way to go.
I don't know, I believe God kind of intervened, and all of a sudden, I just, at every turn, I kept having Kayla kind of be put in my life somehow. I kept seeing things upon her, and it just kind of grew from there, and just loved to see her light shine and the hope that she had, and that she was using it as her adversity as a positive thing for life, or to give to others. So
finding a dry eye in the crowd was a difficult task on this night as the impact of Kayla's story flowed through the arena.
So emotional. Kayla just worked so hard, and for them to pick her out and give her that is just, it's just beyond to us.
But for Kayla, this belt buckle isn't a culmination of her hard work. It marks the beginning of a new chapter, one that ends with another gold buckle at the NFR.
Yeah, I could see myself going to the NFR. I mean, it is doable. It takes a lot of work, but it is doable and something that I could see myself doing.
Tom Wiley, MTN Sports.
And part of the buckle presentation included a recorded message from legendary NFR rodeo announcer Bob Tallman. You can listen to what he had to say to Kayla at montanasports.com.